Hey everyone, I'm feeling super lucky to be interviewing the extraordinary Josh Langley again. If you missed our first interview, check out the link that I posted below to have a watch. It's pretty awesome if I do say so myself. Josh is the author of several non-fiction inspirational books for children and adults, which I'm sure you've heard of, including Being You Is Enough and It's Okay to Feel the Way You Do. He even illustrates them too. Josh's newest book, Magnificent Mistakes and Fantastic Failures, Finding the Good When Things Seem Bad, is now out and it's awesome as well. I find Josh to be an inspirational author because of his children's books. All have valuable lessons and important meanings, such as it's okay to make mistakes, just be you, and never try to change yourself to fit in. Such important messages that all kids need to hear, especially living in a world where we can all fall into the trap of trying to be like everyone else and feeling like we're not good enough. Josh, thank you so much for letting me grill you.
Imani, I am so chuffed to be here. Yay.
Yes. Let's get started. Completely unrelated to your books, but I noticed you seem to love spaghetti. What is your favorite thing about it?
Well, I love anything, any pasta basically, but my favorite pasta, even though I use spaghetti, it's a lot. I mentioned spaghetti in a lot of my books and stuff like that. That's because kids can relate to spaghetti. But my favorite pasta of all time is tortellini.
Oh, I've had that. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like what they call stuffed pasta, like ravioli and stuff. But tortellini is sort of like little buds of joy and a little excitement, and I just can't get enough of it. That's why I'm a little bit fat.
You're not fat.
Thank you. You can stay.
Congratulations on the release of your latest book, Magnificent Mistakes and Fantastic Failures. How has it been received? Are you getting lots of feedback?
Oh, I'm getting lots of great feedback. It's people are saying this is what kids and even adults need right now with all that's been going on with coronavirus and with the lockdowns and all the uncertainty and all that sort of stuff. It's a book that people are needing to read just to bring about some more resilience in everyone. And look, even though the book was launched in the middle of the pandemic and everyone didn't know whether it was going to even come into Australia, they didn't know whether it was going to get to bookshops, and I was having massive anxiety attacks about whether it was going to get out there and had to shift everything online. I had all my school talks cancelled, library visits cancelled. But eventually it did. Eventually it got out there and people started to buy it, and it's just been received so well. And I get lots of photos from parents going, here's my kid with a book and look how happy they are. So it's been really good. I'm so glad it's out there now, and it's still getting a lot of traction, and people are still sending me messages saying, thank you for writing this book and illustrating it.
That's so cool. I'm so glad that everyone's taking it so well because it is a beautiful book. It is just what we need.
Thank you.
What was your favorite page to illustrate out of Magnificent Mistakes and Fantastic Failures? It's just so cool.
Well, would it be a cliche if I said it was the poo page? Where is it? Where's the poo page? I needed to find the poo. There we go. I'm going to hold it up. It's the poo page. I mean, how often do you get to draw a piece of poo? You know, it's like all the people that are working hard in their lives, and I'm just sitting at home drawing a piece of poo. You know, that's what life's about. That's how life can be so much fun.
Yes, that was definitely a really funny page. I loved all of the pages in there. Although I did have this was probably one of my favorites because I just love how concentrated they are. It looks like they're writing something, and that's why I like it.
Yes, exactly. And that was the inspiration behind that. The kids that were writing his own little book there or something like that.
Oh. You have just submitted your newest book to your publisher, Being Wildly Kind. Can you tell us a bit about it? I can't wait to see it.
Now that is all about kindness, but it's about not just everyday kindness, it's about being wildly kind. So it's how you can be wildly kind to yourself, wildly kind to other people, wildly kind to animals, and wildly kind to the planet. So it's bringing all those elements together to show kids that their kindness is in their heart, and it's naturally and it's already there. All they need to do is acknowledge it and then use that power to make the world a better place, make their lives a better place, and make it a better place for everyone. So the difference with this book coming out, Be Wildly Kind, is that it still has the same format, has the same style as the other ones, but it's a little bit more, I give a lot of ideas and a lot of suggestions for kids and even for adults to take on board, just to make their lives better, make everyone's lives better. So I think, you know, Amani, I'm sure you would agree with this. The world needs a lot more kindness at this point in time.
Definitely. We definitely need to just stop being rude, just stop being kind. And I think that book could hopefully stop some of the bullying that's going on right now.
That's one of the aims, because I've got a section in the new book about empathy, about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and just imagine what it's like to be them, you know. And I think that's so important that we need to do that more often, and especially on social media and stuff. And people find it so easy to be mean because the cyberbullying is just incredible. That's just yeah. So hopefully, Be Wildly Kind is going to sort of help mitigate some of those problems anyway.
I think it will. What is your favorite flower and why?
Okay, you know I like flowers, don't you?
Yes.
I reckon it's the simple dandelion. It's that little white petaled flower that grows in the grass, grows as weeds. You know why? Because it's such a simple flower, and it's so beautiful, and it grows. And it's not complicated. It's not exotic like a rose with a wonderful scent that draws people in, and then the thorns go. It's just a dandelion. That's just a beautiful flower, and we can take so much from its simplicity and how simply beautiful it is. It's like we all are. We are simply beautiful. We don't have to overcomplicate things. And the dandelion knows it's not going to last forever. It just comes, it blossoms, and it goes puff, and away it's gone. So dandelion's my favorite one.
They're definitely very beautiful. I don't like roses either.
I know, the thorns.
The thorns. They're just...
Yeah. Uh-huh.
How has your writing been going during lockdown? I have been watching you on social media, and you seem like you are on fire.
Oh, look, I've been busy on social media, but the actual busy with the writing is just... I suppose I've been spending it doing the final edits and all the changes for the Being Wildly Kind. I've been doing that, so that's been taking a bit of time. But other writing, I've started to delve into a memoir. I'm writing a memoir at the moment about my childhood and influences and stuff like that. So I've been writing a bit of that, but I've been sort of going, you know, how do I do it? How do I frame it? What tone of voice am I going to use? All that sort of stuff. But I've just started to write it anyway and see where it goes. So that's been happening in the background at the moment.
That sounds really cool. I like that idea. What is a mistake that you've made recently, and what lesson did you learn from it? Because your book is all about making mistakes.
Which mistake do I pick, Imani? There are so many. I think for me, I put this up on Facebook the other day, and it was about, I made the mistake of believing all these thoughts in my head that said that I'm a disappointment, I'm not good enough, people won't like what I'm going to do, maybe I should just be quiet and not do anything, you know. I made the mistake of believing that, and I think we all fall into that trap. Whereas it's just a voice, it's just a made-up voice, it's just by habit, it's by default, it doesn't make it true. And that's the thing. And you can challenge these thoughts that say, I'm a bit of a disappointment, I'll let everyone down. You know, you go, really? How? Why? You can interrogate that. And then once you do that, you realize actually those thoughts have no foundation whatsoever. They're just made up. And then we believe them and go, oh. So maybe if we stop believing those thoughts and we go change it around and go, no, I'm a strong, I'm a confident person. I'm worth something to the world. I am important to the world. And then you go, wow, I feel a lot better. And you just keep going. And you go, okay, I made the mistake of believing that voice, But now what can I learn from that? I can learn I can change it, and I can learn I can be a stronger, braver, confident person. So there you go. That's my mistake that I learned from.
I don't think that you are useless. I think that you are a brilliant, brilliant person.
Oh, thank you, Imani.
Yes, we can definitely all fall into that trap every now and then.
Yes.
Time for the speed questions.
Oh, okay.
And we really need to hurry. This is time.
We're using too much time.
Seconds
Okay,
only.
speed questions.
10 seconds only. What are you writing at the moment?
I'm actually writing a grant application for funding to get some money, and it's really annoying.
That sounds really, really boring. I don't like big stuff. Have you tried a new flavor of ice cream lately that you love?
I actually haven't had ice cream for ages, ages and ages and ages. But you remind me, this weekend I'm going to go get some ice cream, and I'm going to pick a flavour that I haven't had, because I normally go for cookies and cream or coffee flavoured one or something like that. I normally go for that. So maybe I should branch out and go avocado ice cream or something.
Oh yeah, that sounds nice. I love avocado.
Anyway.
Avocado's nice. Which book character do you or have you had a crush on? Or if you haven't had a crush on a book character, then have you had any TV series, video game, or
Okay,
movie?
right. I thought about this, Imani, and it was Gilbert from Anne of Green Gables. I know. Shame. But no, seriously, I saw the first TV series from Anne of Green Gables in the late 80s, and there was young Gilbert there, and he was in love with Anne. But I thought Gilbert was a bit all right, but Anne never loved him back, and I thought that was the saddest thing ever. You know, poor Gilbert's going, "I love you, Anne," and Anne's going, "Oh no, yeah, you're a really nice friend, Gilbert, but I don't love you." And I go, "Oh no!" So Gilbert was my first.
That's so sweet. What was your worst subject in school?
Maths.
Yes.
Maths
Same.
was really, really bad. You know, I spent my year 11 exam writing poetry in my maths exam, and that's why I failed it dismally. But anyway, so don't do what I did. Okay.
Who is your favorite or most inspirational author this year?
Okay, this year I was thinking about this, and there's actually three, because I've only read three books really this year, which was Damascus, and that was by Christos Choulkas. I really admired his writing. There was Fauna by Donna Mazza that came out this year, and that was really, really good. And a book that is just about to come out in September that I've just finished reading the advanced copy of is Wherever You Go by Monique Mulligan. Now, that's a really cracker of a story, heart-wrenching story. So those three authors I've admired this year, because they're the books that I've read, and I thought they've been fantastic.
They sound really awesome. Would you prefer to be isolated on an island or in a forest?
I like the ocean. So I'd say an island, preferably a Greek island with a nice taverna and a couple of restaurants and some cafes and stuff like that. Would be really nice.
That sounds really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I would come with you just because of
Excellent. Pull up a chair.
What's the weirdest place or thing you've gotten inspiration from for your writing?
I would have to say ghosts, because I wrote two books about the search for the afterlife and ghosts and the paranormal and stuff like that. So for me, that's the weirdest thing, I guess, that's inspired me to write.
That sounds really cool. I've always believed in ghosts.
Ghosts are awesome.
Yes. As long as it's not like one of those really evil ghosts that, the ghost of
Yeah, like a poltergeist or
those very mischievous ones.
Yep.
But I'll take a friendly ghost any day.
Casper the friendly ghost. Yeah.
If you could live in any book, which one would you pick?
Oh, Okay, now this ties back to would I live on an island or in the forest? There's a book called The Colossus of Missouri, and that was by Henry Miller, and that was written around just before the war, the late 30s, and that was set on a Greek island, and it had all the idea of what living on a Greek island was like, which was all about drinking wine, eating good food, going to the beach, doing a bit of fishing, sleeping, resting, and writing. And if I could immerse myself in that book on that island in Greece, it would have been awesome.
That sounds awesome. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
What's your biggest achievement so far?
I would have to say, look, there are lots. You can't make me just pick one, Amani. That's terrible. That's really mean. You know, there's winning the Australian Book Industry Award a couple of years ago is pretty big. Winning my radio awards, I suppose getting married to my husband was a big achievement. But I think being able to write the books, the kids' books that I do, and getting so much feedback about how they change kids' lives and stuff like that, I think that's my biggest achievement.
Oh, they are all such incredible achievements. But yes, I definitely
Thank
think
you.
your books are amazing.
Yeah.
Lastly, do you have any advice to share with young writers?
Look, keep writing. That's all I can say. Don't let fear or doubt or anything stop you. Or if you do have the fear and the doubt, put it aside, let it sit there and watch you as you get on with the task of writing, and just keep writing and just keep doing it. Keep practicing, because practice makes progress, Money. Okay. As in, I wrote in Magnificent Mistakes, and you just keep doing it. And then as you keep doing it, you get more confident at it, then you'll submit, and then you'll get get advice and feedback, and you reach out for more people, and it just grows from there. So my advice, keep writing. Don't let fear or doubt stop you.
Beautiful advice. Thank you so much for letting me interview you. This has been fantastic.
Thank you. It's been wonderful.
And everyone who's watching, make sure to check out Josh Langley on social media and share this so we can share his incredible books.
Thank you.